All right. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, how's my volume? My voice is good? Can you guys hear me? Audio is good? I'd just take that as a yes. I'll take that as a yes, okay. No one's complaining, so I'm gonna say that audio is good. Right? No sound. Okay. Yes. Yes. No sound. Yes. Okay, I'll take that as audio is good. So welcome everyone to another beautiful stream. Okay, so how do I do this over here? Add source, camera. I guess you guys want to see me, so 1 sec. Let me fix that up. Oh man. Okay, add source, camera. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. We are here. Everyone is here now. All right. So what do we gotta do? We gotta go over here and so we got NY open here now. No Slack? No, didn't have time for that. Didn't have time for that. Gold is just basically we are consolidating right here. We are in the ranging position. How much time do you usually give to charts once you still sit? I don't know. I look at the charts and then I start to understand that okay, which conditions should be met for price to go down and which conditions should be met for price to go up. So those are the things that I really look at. Okay, let me fix one small thing. I'm gonna fix one small thing and then we're gonna continue on with this live session here, installing updates. BTC, I don't know anything about BTC, and let's see here, 30. Okay. Slow mode is on. Beautiful. Yeah, right now we're just consolidating on pound yen, gold. Pound yen is starting to move, but at the same time pound yen has met with some resistance around 180-270. So I guess we will have to wait here a little bit. There we go. We got this thing going now. I like the zoom camera better than the X-split camera. So let's AI. Zoom has AI meetings. Interesting. Okay, awesome. Here we go. We are good to go on this front. Pop out chat. All right, buddy. All right, Mr. Buddy Boy. Let's zoom in over here now. Back again, and let's do trade history. We need to see trade history. We need to scale fix this here as well. Awesome. Perfect. Now we are looking much better. Will you continue PAM? I never started PAM. Raja, throw it now to the downside on gold. Downside on gold? I don't know. See the thing with gold is that yesterday we moved about $57, you know, and let me get my Rolex out. $57, $57, right? We moved $57, and the range that we're creating now on gold, this range, this is a 89-90 pip range. This is a massive range, you know. It's a pretty big range, so you got to be very, very careful with this range, because now if you look on a 30-minute time frame, you could very easily be sucked into trading this range, you know. So I would say maybe wait for price to break below maybe 2029, or even break above 2040, you know. So there's going to be some sort of a waiting involved at this time. The live streams are going to continue 100% from January. From January, we're going to continue on with the live streams, and they will be from the Dominion office, the live streams. So we'll have to wait for that. Will you post the Zoom link to Slack? No, not today. I really had to squeeze some time out. So, like, you know, gold, just waiting. There's nothing to do. It's a very, very big range. 56 pips now, all the way down towards 2030. So we'll have to wait. Pound yen, however, we did come up towards a previous resistance around 180, 280, 180, 300, let's say. And as price moved up, you have to take a look and see that which zone did we break, right? So we broke this resistance right here. Now let's measure this range. This is an 82 pip range, right? So if this is an 82 pip range, you have to wait for price to probably retrace, create support, and then go up. Will you post a link to Zoom? Say, bro, are you guys, what's happening? Does my voice go in one of your ear and go out the other, or like what's going on? I just said like 3-4 times that no, this is all what it's going to be right here, because, you know, like I had to take time out to do this. Could you explain why gold moved up? Because the rate was not changed during FMC? No, they still talked about, like, you know, some risk on the economy, so that's why it moved. Big fan of Raja, lots of respect. Thank you, brother. Thank you, I really appreciate it. So yeah, pound yen, we'll have to wait here a little bit. The only thing, also another thing with pound yen is that look where we had a resistance, right? So yesterday we had resistance around 180, 260 on the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour candles came up and they rejected this area, and we closed below here. So now we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for price to either break and close above 180, 350, 400, and then continue to move up, or wait for price to retrace, create support, and then move up. You know, but on gold, I'll definitely be waiting at this time. On gold, I'm definitely going to be waiting at this time to see what's happening. What would you say is your average trade time once you open one? I would say my average trade time is maybe 15-20 minutes, because if you look at this trade I took, so look at this trade, right? Let's take a look at this trade. So I took a buy as we broke above this area for price to continue pushing up. So you can see on the 5-minute time frame. Let's take a look at the history. So this was the buy that I took, 75 lots, and was anticipating price to continue pushing up. My stop loss was down at 2035. You can see right here, stop loss 2035. And if I had hit my stop loss 2035, this would have been a $22,000 to $23,000 loss, right? So I managed my risk, and I managed to lose $8,000, $8,600. That's what I managed to lose, because I managed my risk at this trade right here. So far gold is just like, you know, moving, and like, you know, it's just gonna be like, this price action is very, very tough. So the only thing is, if we do break and close below, I mean, if you want to measure this range, so this is a range within a range, right? So this is a minor range within a bigger range. It's like a 33 pip range over here. If we do break and close below 20, 33, 33, we can still continue to push back, push down. So what about Dominion funding? Share your thoughts on this. सलमान खान, आप जो है ना, आप फिल्में देखें जाके. You are my motivation, sir. I'm from Pakistan. Thank you, bro. Missed you too. Do you do mentorship here in Dubai? No, but we will have a boot camp being hosted in Dubai soon. So couldn't download updates because I don't want you to download updates. That's why. I'm doing the streaming. Can you give me a shout out? No. Okay, hey guys, Osman Trading Floor is doing a streaming. Shout out for Osman. When will you execute a deal now? Brother, listen. If you want to execute a trade, you have to make sure that the price action aligns with your analysis. That's the only way you're going to be able to execute a trade. You have to make sure that price action aligns with your analysis. So if I look at pound yen, nothing is aligning with my analysis. If I look up to the charts, and if I look at pound yen, all I can see is that there was a big bomba clot candle going all the way up. This is a 100 pip candle that went up. So now you got to ask yourself, if you have a 100 pip bomba clot candle going bullish at this point, what's the probability of another bomba clot candle going up, right? The probability is going to be low because the candle already moved. So now you got to ask yourself that, okay, if I'm only trading pound yen and I had a candle that moved up, what do I have to do now? You know, so whenever you have a big move, there's going to be a probability price are going to come down, create support, and then it's going to continue to push up. So that's what you have to wait for at this point. That's exactly what you have to wait for. You know, there's nothing going on right here. So you got to sit back, have a banana, have your coffee, or whatever you may please, and just chill. Even looking at gold, you're chilling. There's nothing happening at this point. Raja, thank you for coming back. This stream is a breath of fresh air among all the bullshit streams in YouTube right now. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I deposit 1,000 in Dominion. It's been wonderful so far. Thank you. I'm planning to deposit a large amount, inshallah. Keep up the good work. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dominion Markets. Dominion Markets started off as a offshore, unregulated, unlicensed brokerage 2 years ago. Right now, we are a multi-asset, multi-licensed, fully functioning brokerage at this point now. We have 2 platforms, MT5, C-Trader, and as we grew up, as we got better and better, there are other brokerages that lost their licenses for MetaCodes because they did not fulfill their company KYC. There are a lot of them out there. A lot of them out there. Nigerians, love you. Thank you. I love you, Nigerians, as well. Love you from Pakistan. Thank you. Is it safe to trade after mid-December? Guys, listen. So I was the kind of guy. How is the audio volume anyway? Did not fulfill their. Oh, audio volume is very good. It's excellent. So I was the kind of guy who would trade all the way up till Christmas Eve, and then I would trade right after Christmas. I would trade all the way up to New York Eve, and then I would trade on the 2nd January. You know, but now I am much more informed. I'm much more mature trader. So I would say maybe stop trading after tomorrow. You know, after tomorrow, just stop trading. It's no use. Like, what the fuck are you going to do in the last, it's not even the last, I want to say the last 15 days of December, but it's not even the last 15 days of December, right? Take a look at this. Okay, we got December right here. Okay, look at this, right? So we're on the 14th, right? So now you have 16, 17 holiday. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only next week. You only have next week, and then you got Christmas. Low volume. You're gonna get fucked over here. You get fucked over here. You're gonna lose over here, and then you're gonna move on to 31st. And then we have the 1st January coming up, you know, and then it's going to be very hard as well. So the volume is going to be low. No one's going to be trading. Banks are on holidays. Institutions are on holidays. The only people who are going to be trading are going to be traders who lose consistently and algorithms. That's it. There's no one else trading at this point. So you have to take a break. Taking a break is very, very important. You give new idea, Magnum, but adopting new sustain, I'm in loss. I revert or keep on yours. I love your way. Yeah, bro, I appreciate you love the way I trade, but I didn't understand a single fucking thing what you just said. Magnum. What the hell is Magnum? Can you share the breakdown of your $25,000 trade? My $25,000 trade right here. This was a sell on gold. Let's break this down. So this trade right here, right? I think I also broke it down on Instagram. I think so, right? No, but I got late here, right? So the only reason I sold, so for this, you'll have to take a look at it very, very closely, right? Can I zoom in more? No, I can't zoom in more. This is the only zoom I will. So let's break down this trade. Okay, so perfect, right? So if you look at it closely, you look at the 15-minute candles. This is when there was volume in the market right here, right? Volume was coming into the market from the New York session. So look at the 15-minute candle, this one, right? This 15-minute candle, it closed at support. Okay, no problem. Next 15-minute candle, it broke below this candle, right? Broke below the previous candle. This was also the 30-minute candle close. It broke below and then it rejected. Now, the reason I did not enter as this candle broke below the low, the reason I didn't enter as it broke below the low is because there was a possible rejection here as well. So we didn't know whether the candle is going to reject it or it's going to, like, you know, whether it's going to reject it or it's going to continue moving down. That's something that we didn't know. And then you had the next 15-minute candle, the new 1-hour candle forming, the new 30-minute candle forming. This candle closed below this minor 15-minute support right here. You see this right here? Closed below this area. So when the next 15-minute candle broke below the low, I knew two things. One is that this 15-minute candle broke below this minor support. Number two is that if I think that this candle needs to continue pushing down, it needs to break below this low, and then the best opportunity is going to be this wick fill, which was 15 pip wick fill, right? Because we closed below support. Wick fill, and then with volume we continue to push down, and then it, like, you know, from here, once it started to leave this exhaustion wick, I closed my trade. But then I looked at it later, I was like, holy shit. Well, you get the idea, right? Where was it? Yeah, right here, right? So I got about, you know, I got about 25 pips out of it, and then it fell 80 pips more, you know, 80 pips more it fell. Did I cry about missing out on a trade? No, I didn't cry about that. Why can't withdraw less than $50 in Dominion? So guys, listen, on Dominion markets, you can withdraw less than $50 in crypto, but if you withdraw less than $50 via Visa credit card, it doesn't make sense because there's a fee associated for that, right? There's no fee anything above 50. So I'll say the best thing is going to be to try to grow that amount and then withdraw it. When Dominion funding releasing? Probably in January. Which type of strategy is this? This is price action. Price action. So you have to wait. You have to wait for, oh, AI companion. What the hell is this? There's some AI companion stuff. Wow, Zoom has AI companion. Okay, so okay, so what am I trying to do over here is yeah, this right here. This is what we're waiting for here now. Are we trading on news? Look at GJ. GJ is doing nothing. GJ is doing nothing. You guys have to stop getting excited over small moves. This is nothing. We still got about 10 minutes left till the candle to close. So we have to wait for that. Let's take a look at this. Forex factory. Let's see here. Retail sales, employment claims. Yeah, let's see what sort of volume we get from those news. And look at that. See, we're also breaking down here now. It's better for price to break and close. Break and close. What is going on with Matt LC? Matt LCEO does not exist on YouTube. He only exists on Twitter. Will you ever be able to open Dominion in Canada? No. No, because of Canadian rules, regulations. if you are a client in Canada, on the 20th December, we also sent emails as well. Your account is going to be on a read-only thing. Okay, I'm going to be right back. Where's my water? I swear to God, I brought my water over here. Banana water. Okay. Shouldn't take a cell over here, shouldn't. Because we got news coming in about 6 minutes. 6 minutes. We got news coming in. Who knew? Who knew? Let's take a look at pound yen. Pound yen, see, we're still rejecting. We're rejecting here as well. Raja Bank's Casino? No. This is I regret to burst your bubble. This is not the Raja Bank's Casino. Raja Banks is a scammer. Pass it on. They're a pure scammer. Thank you, Raja, for shout out, bro. I'm your student, and today going to live stream took 11 wins and 1 loss on streams. Oh, very nice. 11 wins. Beautiful. That is absolutely amazing. Will Dominion Fund Aid be available for Lebanon? Yes. So we got 5 minutes left for the candle to close, and we shall have to wait. All right. Glad you're back, Raja. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I feel really good to be back because this is something that I truly enjoy. I truly enjoy doing all this. We got 5 minutes left, and candle is starting to push down over here now. Look at this 5-minute candle, man. Look at this volume here. This thing fell 34 pips. 34 pips. Look at this one. This 5-minute candle body is 26 pips. The whole candle moved about 45 pips. This is not normal. Look at the spread on gold too. 1.3, 1.4. So some waiting involved over here. Yeah, There's some waiting involved. Look at that rejection here as well. All right. I miss your lives, buddy. Thank you. We are back now. Okay. Look at that. Rejection. Right before the news. We got 4 minutes left. And the rejection coming up is nuts. I wouldn't want to say, I wouldn't want to go ahead and say that maybe there's going to be a massive move coming up, because to be honest, gold has already moved a lot. The only thing is that the daily candle on gold hasn't really reached a decision. The daily candle is still open, 4-hour candle is still open. I really want to see some sort of a correction happening after that, after yesterday. Sorry, I want to see some sort of a correction happening. But also at the same time, if you look now, we have around 3.5 minutes left. And this 15-minute candle is pulling right back above 2033. So you can see how many times we basically rejected. What is this? Uh-oh. Yo, how do I remove this thing now? I don't want this. Okay, it's gone. Right? Like, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? We rejected 2033 so many times. So if we close about 2033 right here, this means maybe there's a possibility to move up to correct this move here to the left hand side. Right? Maybe. So we'll have to wait and see. That is something for what we have to wait. Do you smoke weed? No, that's haram. Will Dominion funding be available for the US? Sure. For those who say Raja is a scammer, you just screwed. Raja is a goat. Thank you. Sir, I have always messaged you on Instagram. I love you. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Dominion markers to the moon. A reply to those messages will be a lot of blessings to me. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it very much. Someone hacked you. No one hacked me. No one can hack Raja Banks. You forgot to send Zoom link. Yes, I did. Will Dominion funding be available for Turkey? Yes, we have 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Weed is makruh, not haram, my love. Well, my love, I didn't really look that deep into the rules and regulations around weed. Are you planning on making MagicKeys compatible with other brokers, since a lot of brokers are no longer MT4? No. See, the thing is, the MagicKeys doesn't need to be compatible with brokers. MagicKeys needs to be compatible with a platform like MetaCodes, right? MetaTrader. MetaTrader is a platform. You got C-Trader. C-Trader is a platform. You got NinjaTrader. That's a platform as well. So you got have these platforms. Like, a lot of brokers are not moving away from MetaTrader. Man, trust me, them and their grandmothers are going to use MetaTrader if it needs be, because most of the market is with MetaTrader. Wow, look at my biceps. See that? Boom! Look at this one. Oh, we got retail sales data. News coming here too. What's your max drawdown? My max drawdown in terms of monetary should be around like 40,000-50,000. But like pips wise, I haven't really. No, it's not about the drawdown. It's about how well have you ever managed risk. Okay, so we got news coming up now. We have the candle closing above 2033, and this candle needs to close above 2033 for it to move up. Let's take a look at pound yen. Pound yen is whatever. Pound yen is closing below resistance here as well. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. This is, ooh, see that? We gapped. Oh damn, holy, look at that. We gapped down by 4 or 5 pips. I mean, if you add the spread, then you're basically, wow, look at that, go 36, 37 pips in a minute. Look at that, in a minute. Yeah, that's crazy. Upload this video on YouTube. Well, Sherlock Holmes, I'm gonna let you decide what's gonna happen after the stream. If the video our Forex is halal or haram. Brother, I can guarantee that you don't give a fuck about whether Forex is haram or halal, because that's the reason you're on a Forex live stream. Man, look at that move down. You know, like it's, I mean, back in the day, if I was trading at this point, back in the day, I would take sells right here. Because, no, actually, I would take buys right here, back in the day. And then price would continue to move. You know, so better would have been, also if you look on the 30-minute here, it did close below this area, 2033, but it just happened to be news. It happened to be news. So, Ali Raza, I'm your neighbor in Pakistan. Ah, Raza bhai. Ali Raza. C Trader in Dominion charging more than $13 on lot, and I talked to support team. They said we are working on this to normal commissions. This in more than 2 months. Yes. So we are basically lowering the commissions on C Trader. They are higher. C Trader has a much bigger cost to operate. They have different like, you know. Well, the thing that I was about to say, that information would be 99% unnecessary for the 99% of all of you. So that's why it's better not to share certain things that basically wouldn't mean anything to you. Waiting a video from Ali, love you man, thank you. Come to the lives after a year or so, and Gulag is still up with these dumb questions. Well, you know, old habits die young. Sir, are you in Pakistan? Maqsad nahi bhulna bhaijan. Do you have prop firms? Not yet. Have you stopped trading GJ? No, I don't really look at GJ anymore. I mean, looking at it now, we are moving up, but that's basically due to news. I don't know why the spread is higher in pound yen. The only issue I have is basically this area here. This rejection area right here. Because if you look to the left hand side, you can see the candles were printing next to each other. Right? So whenever candles print next to each other, this basically means right here. This basically means that between, let's say, 180, 380 and 180, you know, 800, there was some problems here which price couldn't go through. Like, you know, when you're driving on a highway, and on Google Maps, you see like a red line, and that red line is, okay, there's a lot of traffic, and you mentally get ready. So this is what's happening right here. There's a red line right here to the left hand side. So I think what's going to be better is to wait for price to probably break above 180, let's say 800, like 187.70. You can look at the price right here to move up, because if we do move above this area, you got clean range. Look on the left hand side, right? You got clean range or clean range here. So now you got to ask yourself a question. The question you got to ask yourself is that, do you have a higher probability of winning in a buy if you take a buy below 180.800 or above 180.800? And that's going to answer your question, right? And the question should be, where should I take a buy on pound yen? You're like, okay, well, based on this information to the left hand side and based on what's above 180.800, I think a higher probability of taking a buy and winning would be above 180.800, right? So that kind of, like, you know, how I see things through the left hand side, and how, like, you know, it's sort of makes sense, right? You know, I mean, if it doesn't make sense to you, then I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just out there. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. You know, and if I'm looking at selling ideas, even on the 30-minute time frame now, if I'm looking at any selling ideas, probably below 180, because, you know, 180 is also like a psychological number, is a psychological even number where price mostly rejects. So if you do, okay, so now this makes much more sense. If you do reject 180 on pound yen, if you do reject 180, which means that price should not come back to it after, like, you know, I don't know how many, whatever, then if you do break above 180.800, it means we can correct, you know, continue to move up. But anyway, yeah, look at gold here now. You know, the reason why I wasn't looking at gold, because I was looking at the price on gold from the left hand side. That's why even if I stay on like, you know, pound yen, I know that 2030 is a solid area, right? See, we're at 2030 now on gold. So if I move to the chart, 2030, this is the area. So if we do close below, let's say 2030, then we can continue on to correct the move from yesterday. But if we close above 2030 chart price, this is something what experts do, you know, like experts keep a track of price. Experts don't keep a track of the chart. Oh, what's the chart doing? You know, like, fuck, who the fuck cares what the chart is doing? 2030, that's it. That's all we got to look at. 2030. Bhai, please plan a meetup while you are in PK. I am from Germany, saw you in Dubai and really wanted to meet you, but you was with your wife, okay? Had tears in my eyes, but didn't want to ruin your family time. Send you, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Sam, Vatu, next time you see me, just come up to me and we're gonna take, we're gonna have like a very, very good conversation. My money stuck in copy trading account. I transferred money from copy trading to fiat. No response from Dominion markets. I don't know. Give it some time, at least like 12 hours. We have MasterCard. Yes. Raja, does life in Dubai open your eyes on something in the future? And are you happy there? Actually, I'm very happy with the way things are and the way things are progressing. You know, I wouldn't say I wasn't happy when things were bad. No, I wouldn't say that I wasn't unhappy. But I always had a good night's sleep. That's one thing about me. No matter what happened, I always have a great night's sleep. Just amazing night's sleep. I can sleep like a baby. When owing money to people, or like, you know, or losing a streak, or things just, you know, taking a shitter on you, I, like, you know, have a great sleep every night. Why, if I deposit in Visa, can't withdraw by crypto? Because in Iraq, I can't withdraw profit by Visa. Then if you're in Iraq, why the fuck are you trying to deposit by Visa? Doesn't make any sense. Use crypto then. I mean, if you're withdrawing in crypto, then that means you have crypto. Most overrated FX trader, try ICT, guys. Charles Wahom, why don't you go sit a little deeper on ICT? You know, no reason to sit here. Hello, Ethiopia, Raja, thank you. Can you explain the trade? There's no trade right now. There's no trade. Dominion withdraw have MasterCard? Yes. Does Dominion funding will be up in India? Yes. I hope you will upload this video on YouTube. Brother, it will be on YouTube. What's your advice on Gold Pecker EA? I have no idea what Gold Pecker is, and I don't give two fucks about what EA he built. But let's take a look at this. Right? So we're gonna go to Google, and then we're gonna look. Oh, we're gonna take a look at this. Gold Pecker Gold EA. Let's take a look at this EA over here, man. This EA has a 83% win rate, 5,900 active users. Wow, it comes in a nice package over here. Oh, actually, it's some sort of a steel rod. Featured on, oh damn, featured on all these news things. Verified MyFXBook. Oh damn, look at that. They deposited 2,400. They have a Telegram channel. I want to know what the price is, you know. 10% low risk to 50% high risk. God damn. Oh shit. Lifetime account 359. Monthly is 59. Monthly is 59. 59. Ah, you know what? That's not bad at all. You know, like if you're running an algorithm, and if your algorithm is mildly profitable or whatever, you can make some good money even if the algo doesn't make money. Because imagine how many people are going to pay you $59, and let's say you got how many people? 5,900 active, right? So this means 5,900 are paying 59, or even if they're like inflating their numbers and it's not 5,900, maybe it's, let's say, 4,500, right? So 4,500 multiplied by, let's say they're paying 59, Ooh, that's a pretty good healthy amount per month. You know, $250,000 a month. That's not bad. Maybe 3,000 are, you know, signed on to times 59, $177,000. That's pretty good to just have an algo active. That's actually not that bad. Like, you know, the first 2-3 wins people can post, and you can post them as testimonials. Good business. So listen, I'm not saying the algo is good, because obviously I don't know much about the algo. All I'm saying is it's a good business. It's a good business, you know. Like, I can start that tomorrow. Actually, I should start that tomorrow, you know. I should just take like a mediocre profitable algo and just put it out there. Easy 100K a month. Easily. Like, you know, because the following I have, it's 350. No, it's 350 as well, but we were just discussing the passive income coming from it, right? Because even if it's 359, let's do some math here, right? Even if it's 359, right? So 359 divided by 12, that's still $29 a month if you sign up for, well, considering the turnover rate and considering the constant like, you know, like the time you spent on client acquisition, and then also some clients leave. On average, let's say you are doing $29, right? And you got like 4,000 clients. That's still 100,000 a month. Yeah, easy. Getting 4,000 clients to follow your algo within, I'd say, like 6 months, it's not that hard at all. It's very, very easy. Your streams got me in Forex trading 3 years ago. This year, I've made 85,000 in profit from prop firms. I'll use your strategy. Wanted to thank you. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Perfect. So we basically scammed you into making money. When UPI is available now. आपका चार्ट 1 मिनट लेट मूव कर रहा है. जी हाँ, क्योंकि स्ट्रीम हो रही है भाईजान. The balance I need in my broker for trading after I become profitable to live my life like you. How do you even know how I live my life? What do you know about me that I have done in the last week? What do you think my life costs, right? I think a better question should be, what do you think your life costs per month? You know, how much are you staying on MT5? Yes, we are staying. We are staying. 359 lifetime, brother. I know 359 lifetime, but I thought about it like a level above than you. That's why I didn't say 359 lifetime. Was that the average client attention span that pays you $359? It does not last more than a year. There's a very small possibility that the attention still stays there for more than a year if they pay you once lifetime, right? So mostly their attention drops after 8 months. This is stats, facts, and numbers that I'm talking to you. You're a joker. They're a bop of a joker. You know? So 359, I'm talking just based on that. Because if you look at it this way, right? If you have to target someone broke, if you have to target someone who's in need, who's poor, who has a fucked up life situation, right? So if you're targeting that person, this is a great business. Because if you told someone, a multi-million-dollar, like, you know, person, a personality like me, if you told me that, hey Raja, there's an algo, and this algo is going to make you money, and this algo costs $59 a month. You think that I'm going to pay any attention to that? You think that I'm going to say, okay, I'm here, I risk, like, you know, let's say like 10,000 per trade, and there's a $59 algo that's going to make me money? You think I'm going to be interested in that? No. If that was priced at, let's say, 5,900, right? And someone said, hey Raja, there's an algo, it costs $5,900. Then I'd be interested, because now that product is at my level, right? But if I was broke, or if I had a job, I wanted something part-time or something on the side, then I would pay for that, right? So that's how your products are basically priced, you know. So it's also like, you know, who you're targeting. Some people say, oh, who's gonna buy it for 6,000? Well, motherfuckers like me, It's taking forever from a deposit to hit Dominion markets. Bro, like, I don't know what that means. How do you deposit? Crypto? Which crypto? BTC, USDT? Like, you know, you deposit via MasterCard, Visa card, you deposit it via M-Pesa, you deposit it via so many things. So it's just like whatever. So the question was, initially, does this algo work? Should I trust it? I wouldn't trust it, because this is meant for broke people. And any product meant for broke people, it's amazing. Look at this, $19. What the fuck, man? This is why people get rich, because they target the broke people. I start forex, halal or haram? Why are you even on this stream? So yeah, you know, learning is for smart people like you. Like, you're all learners. You're all here to learn. I'm here to learn. I'm still learning something every day. You know, every day I'm learning something. Yeah. Can you explain why you adjust the resistance level, support level on GJ? Why I adjust it? Yeah, because looking on the 15-minute here to the left hand side, you can see that there is some sort of resistance level. You see this? Some consolidation here to the left hand side. Raja Bhai, what are thoughts on your Vakar Zakah? I don't know. How to be good in fundamentals? I don't know. Someone is sharing SRC. Oh, okay. How can I join your classes? They're not open yet. You stop withdrawal of a file case and then you no. Imran, it wasn't like that. So now I can deposit with M-Pesa too? Yes, very soon. So you're telling me Sway Markets is not regulated? No, Sway Markets has a regulation which you pay $5,000 a month for. That's it. If Sway Markets were regulated, MT5 wouldn't have cancelled their license. Did you provide signals or learn course? No. What does Habibi means? In the stream, you're missing your biceps. You missed them. You missed them. How can we talk to you? You're talking to me right now. So I got maybe 10 minutes more, and then we're gonna move. We're not licensed. Oh, Dominion Market is not regulated? No, but we're licensed. And trust me, regulation is coming in the next 2.5 months. I love the way you say Alhamdulillah. Yes. Alright, that's it. That is it. Wow, look at that. This is all risky right here. All risky. Super, super risky right here. Is Dominion funding like prop firms? Possibly, yes. Did you read any trading books? Yes. I only read one book on trading. The book was 10 Essentials of Forex. That was the book. 10 Essentials of Forex. Very good book. I'm a very selective reader. The only thing I read from that book was about consolidation. That's the only thing I read about that book. What's the spread of US oil on Dominion markets? The spread on US oil. Let's take a look here. Oil is probably WTI. Maybe not WTI. Let's take a look. Show all. Let's take a look at everything. Oil, oil, oil. I don't know what oil is. US oil? This one right here? I don't know. Probably we don't have it. You came after a long time. You were being missed. Thank you. I appreciate it. But now I'm very intrigued. US. Interesting. WTL. No, it wasn't WTL. Wasn't WTL. Brent. Maybe Brent. You're right. But Brent should be in B, right? Brent should be in B. Anyway, nothing that important. Upload a video about the candles versus break previous candle market fluidity. Okay. Okay. Pound yen, nothing. Maybe above 180, 800, we could see something. On gold, it was very tough. Look at this. Candle move down, candle move back up with news. You know, these are the things, or like, you know, these are the times where you want to just, you know, take a step back. You want to take a step back and you just want to say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to chill. I'm not going to trade today. I'm just going to relax. Like, you know, and then I'm probably going to come back tomorrow. How many push-ups can you do? I can do about 30, 40 push-ups in a row. 30, 40 push-ups I can do in a row. 100%. No questions asked. What about No Man? Who is that? I can respect my MM. I don't know why. I don't know. What time do you trade London Open or New York Open? I trade mostly London Open, pre-London to London Open. That's where I trade. Which account type is best for Indian clients? I don't know. A regular one is Hudson Forex Trader or partner? I don't know. Did you provide signals or learning course? Probably I did. Hey yo, what's up, man? Meme postio. Hey yo, what's up, my man? Thank you. Very good. Roof. Roof. आपका YouTube videos देख के मैं trade कर रहा हूँ. Good idea. Very nice. Very nice. Any advice for someone who can blow up his funded account? You know, the thing is, so whenever you move to a funded account, I think the most important thing is that you should first prove to yourself that you can actually have a profitable trade. So what I tell guys is that if you're going to move to a funded account, deposit $500 in a normal, regular trading account, trade that, and then also keep in mind which funded challenge you want to buy. If the fund challenge costs like $500, prove to yourself that you can trade that $500, move it to 1,000, withdraw 500, and then get the funded account. Because if you get the funded account from your trading profits, which you've proved to yourself that you are consistent, you are disciplined, you know what to look for in the market, and you have enough discipline to withdraw funds from your account. When you move into funded account with that mindset, you will perform really well. Really, really well, you're gonna perform. Like, you know, most of the time guys go to funded accounts and say, oh, like, you know what, oh, this is like, you know, quick means of quick money. No, it's not. It's not quick means of quick money. You just lose. Like we only talk about the people who win. We should be talking about the people who lose. That today these many people lost, but only a small portion won. You could have been the part of the small portion. Join Dominion Funding today. That's nice, honest ad. Like, you know, we had 98% people lose today. 2% won. You could have been the 2%. Why didn't you join? Yeah, that's very honest. For me, you are the best mentor in the world. Thank you. Appreciate that. Is there any off going on MT5 Simulator? No. Is Funding Pip CEO Khalid is your student? It's a very interesting question. Very interesting. And we shall leave that as an interesting question. The mystery. The mystery. Why don't you provide signals? I don't provide signals. I have a question. I'm currently edging to this live stream, but is it a buy or sell on gold? There's nothing on gold right now. It's nothing. There's nothing happening on gold. I mean, we're in a range, and I mean, this is a 100 pip range, but if you look at it from a like this perspective, there's nothing going on. Like, you need a direction. Right now there's no direction. Either direction is going to be a break above 2041 and continue to move up towards possibly 2050, like another 100 pips, or we could break below 2030, 2029 and correct at least till 2014. The reason why I say 2014 is because in 2014 I had a very life-changing moment happen in 2014, and also that 2014 there's a resistance right here. Wow, look at that. So how many signs are you gonna deny? Me having a life-changing moment and 2014 being a resistance on the 30-minute time frame. And on the 1 hour time frame, look at that. It just tapped it and just dropped. Let me show you. Tapped it, 2014, boom, dropped. My life-changing moment, and boom, dropped. You know, so probably we could move there. That's a little side note about the life-changing moment. How many days have you skipped gym this year? This year, I have went to the gym at least 4 days in a row, 90% of the time. At least. Then I maybe like skip maybe 2 days and 2 days, or like 1 day here and there, 2 days here or 1 day there. But man, my like trust me, like this thing is getting big. Let me take this off. Let's start the gun show over here now. Right? Enough with the trading show. Start the gun show. We're gonna leave anyway in about 3-4 minutes. Look at this gun show. Boom. Like this. Boom. Right? So you gotta go work out. Look at this side view. Boom. Look at this forearm right here. Yeah, got me pumped up. No. You should get a tonal. What the hell is tonal? Do you pray every day? I try to. How do you handle a drawdown from 5% to 7%? But as a funded trader, first of all, I don't let my trade go into a 5 to 7% drawdown. You know, if I do, I accept that loss, and then I look to see that, okay, what could I have done something differently? That's what I do. What could I have done something differently? That's what I do. I hope there's no ladies in, brother, can you open your template color properties, please? Yes, 1 second. I'm gonna open that right now. I'm all of a sudden in a very good mood because I saw how nice my biceps are and my forearms and the overall physical look, so that got me motivated. And when you're motivated, you get happy. So imagine getting happy every time you look at yourself in the mirror. That's a very normal thing to do, I would say. You know, some may say, oh, you know, self-obsession, this and that, but no, man, trust me, that's a very normal thing to do. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you should say like, yeah, you know, I got that. Perfect. I got it. You know, you can't. Okay, here's another thing. If you work out and focus on your body starts to look good, this and that. But if you're ugly, you can't delete ugly. Don't think that your beautification on the face is going to be better. But if you're ugly, you can't delete ugly, but you can kind of like compensate that with like a healthier looking body. You know, just throwing out there. Don't take it personal. What happened to Magic Key? It gave me wrong volume. I don't know. Maybe you have to set the risk. But anyway, guys, take care. Have a good day. And probably about 180, 800, we can look for a buy. But other than that, I'm very, very hungry at this point. So we're going to see you probably, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Okay? Take care and stay safe. What the fuck is this? The fuck? So you think you're beautiful? Is that even a question to ask? Do I think? Man, oh man. I think, see, here's the thing. I think a lot of people are very insecure with the way they look. I know some people who look amazing, and I tell them, bro, like, you gotta start posting about yourself, and they're like, no man, I can't. You have to, you know, like you have to. Like, I know some people want to stay private and this and this and that, but even if you don't stay private, even if you do something, by even putting yourself out there, you don't even know the kind of, because man, like, trust me, some people do business based on the way you look. That's just how it is. Some people may say, oh no, that's not true. That's 100% true. There are some people out there who do business based on the way you look. You know, even if you, that's why, like, you know, all these scammers, you see all these scammers, man. Look at all these scammers. You know, all these scammers look good. They got their teeth done. They got all their shit done. All these scammers, they look good and they scam people. Right? Makes sense, right? So people, they want to do business with people who look good, and yeah, well, I mean, what can you do now? Nothing. But anyway, take care. I gotta figure out how to end this stream. Oh, there we go. All right. See you tomorrow.